Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to be talking about team toughness and does the NHL need enforcers again? So I'm glad that you're joining me for this conversation. It has been a hot topic over the years. You've got people who don't love the whole fighting and enforcer role and are glad it's gone. But then there's a whole crowd of people, and I'm talking about stadiums full of people who absolutely love to see some of the rough stuff. Now, we've been seeing it a lot more. I think as Vancouver Canucks fans, you just need to kind of be prepared. We're in playoff style hockey until the playoffs start, and then the playoffs start, and then everyone's in there. But they're fighting for every win, and they need to toughen up. They need to be there. They need to have the scrums go on, and sometimes it gets out of hand, right? Sometimes it gets out of hand. But the thing about the Vancouver Canucks is we were considered a tough team last year. And what does that mean? Like, it's gone are the days. Actually, I shouldn't say gone are the days. It's rare that that teams have enforcers anymore. Excuse me. It's rare, right? But at the end of the day, there's a need for team toughness. And last year, why was Vancouver considered a tough team? Because they were tough to play against. Did they need an enforcer? No, they didn't need an enforcer, but they had one. They had one in Zadorov, but they were tough to play against. McDavid said that the most difficult guy to play against the whole playoffs wasn't anyone from Florida, wasn't anyone from Dallas. It was from the Vancouver Canucks, JT Miller. Just as well as I do, watching that Canada-US first game, you've got both Tkachuk players and JT Miller dropping the gloves. 9 seconds, there was 3 fights, had the crowd buzzing, right? So it's not just about fighting. It's about being tough. It's about being tough to play against. And I think that's the description of guys like JT Miller, like Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk. There's a lot of guys, but there has been a resurgence of enforcers that have come. And you've got Ryan Reeves from Toronto Maple Leafs. By the way, I still do not understand why Vancouver didn't pick him up when he was on waivers. Maybe it was just contract. They didn't want to pay that contract. I don't know. Because this team now is considered soft, right? You got Olivier. Is that how you say it? Olivier from Columbus just got another deal, $3 million per season. He's got to be one of the heavyweight contenders. You got Matt Rempe. Man, I love that kid. I just love his attitude. He's making a name for himself. I love watching him play. Does the NHL need the Probert, the Domies, the Gino Ojeks of the world again? I'm not sure, but boy, it fills seats and it adds value to the entertainment. Why is it that hockey's the only one that has a allowance for fights? Like, it's wild. Other sports eject players for fights, basketball, football, soccer. Hockey is different. It's a different breed. It's highly emotional and split decisions you're going to make, and it's the fastest game on earth, right? So the emotions run high. And they not only have padding, they have helmets, they also have a weapon in their hand, which is a stick. And that's where if you take out the fighting, it all of a sudden begins the stick work, and that I think is more dangerous than the fighting itself. So I don't mind a 5-minute major. I don't mind it. every once in a while, cool. One of my pet peeves, though, is someone has a clean hit, and then what do we do? What do we do, right? So I just don't think you should drop the gloves because there was a clean hit. I think that's ridiculous. For example, what we saw in Vancouver the other night was atrocious. Actually, it was in Calgary. So Elias Pettersson, or a lot of people call him DPD, right? DPD. Actually, I should bring this up on here just so everyone. It's in the graphic, everyone. But let's see what did I call it? I'll bring it up. So he levels. Who was it? It's right here. Where is it? It's like I can see it. Okay, I have to search it. In downloads, okay? In downloads. Where is it? Why isn't it in here? This is so annoying. 25. I'm going to put 25. 25, okay? On this Mac, downloads. Where is it? Okay, so I can't find it apparently. That sucks. That's weird. Can I just bring it in here? Can I drag it in? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay, so not sure why this is not working. Okay, what were we talking about? Okay, so big hit, right? Massive hit, massive hit. Oh, that's why, because it's the wrong extension. That's why. So can I just save it as a JPEG and it's going to work? Let's try it. Let's try to. Oops. Try to buck the system here. Use JPEG. Let's see if this works now. Come on. Yep, it works. Let's see. Come on. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, well. That was a whole lot of nothing. So you saw the big hit, right? Who did he hit? I'm just going to see it here. He had hit Kadri. Okay, leveled him, clean hit, absolutely. Zary comes in, doesn't drop the gloves. What he does is he fights with his stick, right? Cross check to the face, 2 game suspension. That's just not acceptable. We can't have that in the game, right? You can't have that in the game, everyone. So that is something that's absolutely important to think about. You've got, and by the way, some of you are saying, where's Gil Martin? He was supposed to join me tonight. Couldn't, had some extra work he had to do. We've rescheduled our video for next Monday. So what is it? Is it Monday today? Yeah, it's Monday today. So a week from today, we are doing a video on rebuilding or retooling. That's what we're doing. We'll probably still talk about Team Toughness because I know he, as an Islanders fan, he's very frustrated that they're not tough. And I thought it was going to be a great conversation tonight. I was looking forward to connect to them. I totally understand the busyness. I get it. But I can't wait to talk to him. You guys are going to love Gil. He does a great job on Locked On Islanders. And yeah, it's gonna be great. But going back to Team Toughness, the Canucks are considered soft, but last year they were considered tough. They were tough to play against. You had Zadorov, you had Miller, you had Susie, who was tough. Myers was stepping in, making things tough. Juleson is a hard hitting guy. You think about Garland and Höglander are just tough guys to play against. Of course, Joshua helps. All those kind of things. But we've lost some significant tough pieces. And now the Canucks are more considered soft. And part of it is the Pettersson irresistible softness. People are really complaining that we have too many international players and not enough North Americans. Last year, we were loaded with North Americans. We had the most the most on our team were Americans. Everyone thought we were Team Sweden. We were not. We were the most nationality on our team was Americans. The second most was Canadians. Now there's a flip. You have way more Swedes on the team now and less Americans, less Canadians, and it is what it is. So, and I'm not saying that Swedish players are soft, because I don't think that the Sedin twins were soft. I think they were really tough. It doesn't matter if they dropped the gloves. They scored goals. That was their job. Their job was not to drop the gloves and to fight. That doesn't make any sense. You want to get your stars fighting. That's terrible, terrible business in the NHL. We know that firsthand from Todd Bertuzzi. That is not needed. We needed someone else to step in and do that. So let's just fast forward to the game I was at. I was at Chicago, Vancouver, Hockey Night in Canada, excited to see the Canucks, excited to see Bedard, and Jason Dickinson hits Hedl in the numbers in a dangerous area in the boards. It was literally right in front of me. I was 12 rows up. I was so angry. I'm watching that. It was a dangerous hit. It should be. I was yelling, that's a penalty. And everyone stops and looks. The whole team knows that is wrong. There's nothing right about that. We're up 6-2. Can't remember how long we had left. Was there 4 minutes left in the game? 2 minutes left in the game? Whatever it was. The refs decided not to call that a penalty. I do not know why they did that. Was Hedl just, you shouldn't have been in that dangerous spot? You're told not to hit from behind, okay? Now, Hedl goes down on like a ton of bricks. Head hits the corner of the board as well, the ledge, and falls down, and the refs do not call it. Canucks are mad. I'm looking at Mancini is right there. Mancini needed to go up to Dickinson and give him a push, and then just drop the gloves and just start fighting. It does not matter at this stage. I don't care if you lose the fight. You needed to stand up for your teammate right there. But instead, what happens is our team wants to act tough after. They're like, well, refs, why didn't you call that? Oh, we're not going to call that one. That wasn't bad enough. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Okay, well, you're the refs. You guys are in charge of who gets the calls, and we don't. So now they want blood. They want revenge, and they want Dickinson to come back. I saw the ref go up to the coach, and it's like he was pointing at Dickinson. And I don't know if he said this, but to me, being close, it looked like, do not put Dickinson back out there. And that got the Canucks even more mad. Okay? That got the Canucks even more mad. Forbert wanted Dickinson. Sherwood was saying, come off the bench, bro. You need to come out here. And I think rightfully so. Blackhawks just said no thanks. The problem is the Canucks didn't think that was a good enough answer. So the next time Bedard's on the ice and the puck gets stopped by the goalie and Bedard's behind the net, they go after Bedard. So Suter's going after Bedard, which is not good. You got to and the thing is, Chicago, you got to protect Bedard now. You got to protect Bedard. And I watched that scrum over and over again. I do not know how Bedard got a 10-minute misconduct for that. Why in the world? He was getting attacked. He pushed his hand in back, and so he gets a 10-minute misconduct. I was shocked. Like, the good old days of hockey, like when Bure played, when Gino played, it's just like, let's go, right? And don't you dare touch the Stars. So Chicago should have defended Bedard. They didn't really. Like, what's going on here? And not that I think there should be line brawls every 5 seconds. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, your team needs to be tough. And the Vancouver Canucks don't have team toughness. I know Gil doesn't think that the Islanders are tough enough. You need people who can play. That's what the thing. Probert could play. Ty Domi could play. You've got guys like that. Like, it wasn't just about fighting. I loved watching Brashear. By the way, I'm going to make an top 10 enforcers video of the Canucks all time this summer. It's going to be good. I just think there just needs to be some toughness. The problem with the Vancouver Canucks is we're too soft. Now, Sherwood, yeah, I think he's okay at that. I love his hitting, but Joshua's not really getting in there, mixing it up with people. It's not really doing that. Forbert is finally doing something. I mean, like, what role is it? When we had Desharnais, he'd rarely do anything. You're the biggest guy on the ice. Like, you're not playing great as a defenseman. You might as well do something out there. You might as well make it tough to play. That someone's going to take a run at Quinn Hughes, which happens over and over and over again. Listen, all these playoff teams, these guys trying to make it, they're going after Quinn. And if we're just going to sit there and go, okay, then you can get shipped out. And then so now, Forbert, you have a job. You might not be a fighter, but I mean, I think Myers is more of a lover than a fighter, but Forbert's got to do something. You're out there. You're the biggest guy on the ice for us. So what are we going to do? We're going to get Höglander to go get him? Garland to go get him? People are coming after Garland. We're just sitting there and like, that's okay. Joshua, you're on that line. Go do something. Go do something. I'm not saying hurt anyone, knock, like, but that stuff with the sticks, that's craziness. People are slashing, cross-checking people in the face. Like, I didn't like, a lot of you guys, I don't know why, but you go nuts about when McDavid got cross-checked in the playoffs and you're like, oh, I love that. And you replay that all the time. I actually think it was really embarrassing that happened to him. You're gonna cross-check straight to the face. And I know it was accidental. Zadorov hit him from behind. He went flying in. Susie wasn't, but it was high. It was high. That stuff happens when you do a high cross-check. You all know that. It's not like we're talking to people who are new to the sport. They're professionals that played a ton of hockey. Stuff like that happens. We've seen it this year already. They cross-check McDavid in the face. That is not good for the league. I was totally for that suspension. But that's because they don't drop the gloves anymore. These guys want to act all tough and do that. Just remember the good old face wash, and then it's like all the hoopla go and let's just go. If someone runs your goalie, you're just going to say, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Refs missed it. I felt like in the Chicago game, they hit our goalie, nothing happened. It's like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I missaw it. But if they did, you can't just be okay. You cannot be okay with that. And I know you can't drop the gloves and everything because depends what the score is, but it was 6-2 for us, and Hedl goes down. And now he's got his fifth concussion. That's got to be problematic, right? It's got to be problematic, everyone. Absolutely problematic. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Where is the team toughness? So fast forward, why didn't we go pick up Reeves? Well, he can't play hockey. Well, come on. He can't play on the fourth line? You're telling me he can't play on the fourth line? Just what? We needed him. We needed him against Chicago. We needed him against Utah. I know that we tried to keep Zadorov, and that was part of the thing, and it didn't work. He just chose Boston over us. Basically offered the same contract, but it is what it is, everyone. You want to protect the stars like Bure so he doesn't have to drop the gloves and he broke his fist in a fight. You don't want that. You don't want the Bertuzzis to be jumping in there doing stupid stuff. You don't want Pettersson and Hughes having to drop the gloves. You don't want Crosby dropping the gloves. You need some guys that are going to be there and step up for the stars. You got to protect stars because I'm just telling you right now, Quinn Hughes goes down, all of our chances go down with him. He is our best player, and it's not close, everyone. Teams are going to take their liberties. They are trying to make the playoffs. And then once we're in the playoffs, I'm telling you right now, The playoffs started today. We play the Jets. You wait till tomorrow night. You watch what the Jets are going to do to us. If we're going to play soft, we're hooped. We're hooped, and this is a regular season game. Imagine what it's going to look like when we play them in the playoffs. We've got to step up. I'm just saying. I know this is some of you are like, dude, you just ranted for 21 minutes about this, because that's how passionate I'm. I think the NHL needs some enforcers again that can play hockey. That's why the Matthew Tkachuks, the Brady Tkachuks, the JT Millers are valuable assets. That's why Zadorov gets, big contract for lots of years. That guy has the intangibles, the intimidation factor. Just saying. That's what those guys are hard to find, because the league's getting smaller, right? The stars are getting smaller. You got the Bedards, the Celebrinis, those guys, and you need some size and skill as well. I'm pretty passionate about this. I get it. But I don't think we can be team soft. We can't be Charmin soft. We've got to be tough to play against, and you got to have some tough guys. And sometimes that means they drop the gloves. That's just what it means. It's just the game of hockey. Some of you are like, well, you shouldn't talk like that. You're RevTrev. No, listen. This is the game of hockey. This is just what it is. It's always been this way. It's not like the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, like it was, like craziness and chaos and a bunch of hoodlums running around on ice and don't know how to play. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about guys like, you got guys who can play. Got guys who can play at least minimum fourth line and hit some people and make a difference and score the odd goal. But when that happens, someone's got to answer the bell. Mancini should have done it against Dickinson. He just should have. I know he's a young guy. Sorry, but you're not a small guy, Mancini. You just needed to be there. I don't know. I want to get into the comments. Let me hit the promo, and I'll get into your comments. I just think this is a super interesting conversation. Callum says, let's be the first team to bring up an actual enforcer goon and see if the rest of the league can catch up in time. Listen, there's already that. I would say Rempe is one of those guys, Trade Pedersen for Rempe, okay? Yeah, Mantha could be a pest. Ponak, he's tough. Tanner, Janot, if only if Brock is gone. Callum says, I like Rempe or any motivated sociopath on low rent from the EHL or worse. That's funny. I don't know if I agree with that. But Green says, we need a tough guy and an enforcer. We are the fifth youngest team, need to protect our assets and also let everyone play their best as they feel safe. Team toughness is great, but we need an enforcer. Hey, there you go. Yeah, maybe we need a new Gino Ojek type guy. But, Marchand, good example, tough guy. Michael says, call up Jet Wu for one game next season against Chicago and tell him it's his opportunity to be famous. Isn't Jet Wu small? Did I not get the memo on that? We need a guy like Bertuzzi. You're talking about Todd Bertuzzi or Tyler Bertuzzi? 2 games in a row with cheap shots against us. Yeah, Sherwood was ticked at Dickinson. We got to fix this issue. I agree. How can we just let Hedel get done dirty? Canucks show some pride. I agree. Not rough stuff. These guys, just guys who can prevent cheap shots on captains. I agree. David Lee thinks the Canucks are finished. I don't think so. I don't think so. Last season, Canucks had a lot of guys that could fight. I think we're tough, but weren't very good at it. It's fine. It's fine. We are a tough team to play against. Yeah, Tom Wilson, I mean, he's a valuable guy. He's young and pretty decent. Yeah, Zadorov was our guy last year. Team doesn't stick up for one another. Management needs to address it in the offseason. Both Jeannot and Frederic are free agents. Need one of them. I've heard a lot about people saying Frederic. Go nuclear and call up the worst Wolverine out there who can skate. No. Green says that Reeves is terrible, not who he once was. Okay, that's fair. Michael agrees he's awful outside his ability to accelerate his fist. Not suspending him was worse punishment to the Leafs than actually suspending him. Sidorov kind of beat Greenway, a player I wanted. I don't want him no more. Okay. Yeah, it was Kadri that got hit. Thanks, guys. I was pausing there. I don't think he respect. Yeah, I think he respected the hit. After hit, I hope DPD has his eyes on a swivel from now on. This isn't the AHL. What are you talking about? DPD is a hitting machine. That guy, that's his game. He's skilled and he can hit. That's what I like about him. Yeah, he got cheap shotted from behind, 100%. Zari is a UFA on July 1st, but signed. I don't know what that means. I thought Nucks got better when they got rid of their enforcers with Bashir and Hordichuk. They went Game 7 finals season after they got Hordichuk. He was basically our last enforcer. Yeah, Donnie, Diamonds. Yeah, probably, but last year, it's not that we need enforcers necessarily. We need team toughness, I think. Yeah, that it's a clean hit. It's stupid that people drop the gloves or go after people on clean hits. Just keep your head up, right? If the refs give out the right severity of calls, that would limit the need to enforce, but the refs don't. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Let's keep going. Claiming Reeves would have been too late for the rest of the season. Does he have multi-years? I don't know. Canucks as a team led the league in hits. I believe we don't lack physicality. We lack size and strength. It's not for lack of effort. We just need different personnel. I'm with you on that one. It's not about if it's clean or not. To other teams, all they see is their player on the ice and a guy skating away from him. You have to keep your eyes open after making clean hit as well. I know. I just don't agree with that. Shannon, this is great. Why does the NHL even let fights happen anyways? Because if they don't let fights happen, they're going to go after each other with sticks, and you get exactly what Zary did to DPD, and it's a cross-check to the head. It's just like what we did. McDavid cross-checking Garland to the head, unacceptable. I don't care if you're the star or you're not. So, got any analytics, guys, gals? Find us a goon. Anyone claimed or traded for or signed can still play right now. It's not just eligible for the playoffs. Love Sherwood's comments. Oh yeah, I forgot to post that. Yeah, but okay, so Canuck Tony, let's just talk about that for a second, because you're totally right. But now we're like, next year you're going to get it. Next year you're going to get it. Okay. Well, you should have done it on Saturday. Mancini or whoever was on the ice at that time should have done it then. That's what should have happened. But instead, now we're going to do all this thing. It's like, okay. Should tell the guys if they get hit that bad, just go down and stay down. Hito could have made his injury even worse if he hit his head when he fell down again. Yeah, it's dangerous. Today's NHL enforcers aren't one-trick ponies. They better they are better hockey players, not as tough as back in the day, but neither are their opponents. Players know their roles and will fight. Most teams, yeah. Callum, there's got to be Sandy McCarthy or Grim Reaper out there. Nah, there's not many. Forbert asked Dickinson to fight. He declined. I don't care. Exactly. You should skip the asking part in that scenario and just rock him with one. Like, honestly, you just gave him a concussion. Hito might be done. His career might be over. Green, you're totally right. There's a skilled guy who can score and throw fists, but the problem is his name is JT. I know, Michael. This is another reason why I said we shouldn't have traded him. Because I'm telling you right now, JT would have fought that guy. I think they were nipping it in the bud. They got Bedard off the ice because Vancouver is limited. But yeah, 100%. And we shouldn't be going after their star player then. I didn't like that. It doesn't matter if you win a fight or not. It doesn't matter. Actually, I saw him last year. He had a great heated battle against a Nashville player, and it was like awesome, and he won. So it's not like he's not a tough guy. We have two tough guys, Joshua and Sherwood. They're skilled, tough players, tough guys. Oh, well, wait, Garland fought the other day. Yeah. It's crazy. Good old days when we had a fourth line of Ojek played with Bure, man. That's how much they valued Bure and did not want Bure and Ojek played together. Brashear was great. Scatchard, yeah, I don't know. So at least he's man's up. I don't know. We need a Jovo Cop again. I'm okay with that. Hedel has had concussions for, and now he really needs to be careful as people have brain injuries and can do. Yeah, I know, learning disabilities, all kinds of things. It's scary out there, Shannon. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. PD is tough. Come on, man. Come on. Which one? DPD? Yes. Not Elias Pettersson or Elias Pettersson. Which one are you talking about? Because like Marcus Pettersson, he acts all tough, but it's like, come on, man, do something. Top teams in the NHL are tough. For example, Florida, Winnipeg, Vegas. I agree. That's we need more of that. Mancini might end up being our tough guy. Myers did say that after the trade. Mancini instantly becomes the strongest guy on the team. Craziness, right? Yeah, DPD's hit was awesome. And he is. He's a great. He's that guy. He's the guy, right? I'm not blaming him. I'm saying he's a rookie, and hopefully after his hit, he'll keep open. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm just saying, Mancini, he needed to just step in there. He's in our system. But is that the kind of guy he is? EP25 didn't play. He's out with an injury because of the cross check from Zari in the Calgary game. Canucks can't win without big boys, not soft, sweet. Well, I don't know. I think you can win with the Swedes. You just need to surround them with guys that have those other skill sets. Calgary got pasted tonight. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yeah, 6'6", 234. I mean, and has a mean streak. Okay, I'm listening. DPD should have been a fight, especially when the refs didn't make the right call. Having said that, Nuck should seek vengeance later when people have forgotten about it. A Gordie Howe move. Ooh. Well, Dickinson didn't come back out, right? So I don't know on that one. You're talking about the DPD hit, though, yeah. St. Louis will be the last wild card spot. That's fine, man. It's not looking good for. Come on. It's not over. Stop everyone like it's over. No, we got lots of hockey to play left. He cannot play on the fourth line. He's a 5-minute guy at most. Okay. He can't play on the fourth line. He'll cost you goals. Stop sending the Swedes to play hockey. Send the tough guys like Coach Rob Willie. Callum says any goon would be an upgrade on Amon. Well, he's a center though, right? Oh, I don't. Okay, Rod. That hit. I think that was one of the biggest cheap shots. I didn't like that one at all. That's the thing. That's the problem. The Stars get so mad they bring it into their own hands. They do stupid stuff like that, and that was dangerous. That was uncalled for. Man, today he would have been suspended for so long. No suspension for Dickinson because the NHL has a former goon, Paros, making the decision. How he didn't get suspended, I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah. This Hughes might walk if it gets worse. He might just go and say, I need to go to a team that has some tough guys that will protect me. Brian thinks that St. Louis is going to get the last wild card spot. Oh man, I'm still believing Vancouver, guys. Shannon is a goon. Okay. Mancini looks like he's a big boy, but I don't know. He's young, man. Maybe he's a little nervous. We should trade for JT Miller if only. Yeah, right. Canucks need to identify and sign an enforcer. I'm okay with that, maybe. Playing the Jets would be like Gogu going toe-to-toe with RevTrev. No chance. No chance for Rev. Yeah, no, for sure. Tocchet and Foot could beat up the entire team except Dakota Joshua on roids. Okay, I like it. Yeah, I feel bad for Quinn Hughes too. Ridiculous talent with this crew. I still think we will do well. Yeah. Next year. 2026, right? That's your prediction? Not Todd or Tyler, but Tag Bertuzzi. Who's that? I don't know who that is. DPD is the next Bertuzzi. DPD is okay. I wouldn't compare him to Oland or Edler. Okay. We'll see, Lefty. We'll see. I mean, it's too early to say, right? Yeah, he's still young only there. JT Miller should never have been traded until at least the end of the season. Would have been a playoff guarantee. I actually agree with that, but I could be wrong on that one. Sammy Blaze has been a serviceable in Abbey. You can throw him. Yeah. I don't know. Blaze isn't the answer, Callum. We have so many Swedes, yet 4 nations Canada wins. Vegas won with a lot of Canadian players. I don't mind a mix, but we need a few more Canadian players. I agree, Sensei. Dean. Yeah, we lost Horvat and Miller. So now it looks like the Rangers will be in the playoffs. How do you like them, Marbles, Aquilini? Losing that playoff money, love? No, we're still going to make it. Peter, heart of the team. Do you think that Rutherford has contacted the league for not disciplining Dickinson or Chickenson, as you say? Yep. Yeah, but they've already said they're not going to do it. As a person who's had a lot of concussions, I know that you can have lots of things happen and can end work or any sports. Absolutely. Mancini looks like he doesn't have a mean bone in his body from what I've seen so far. I know. I haven't seen it yet. I'm just dialing it back that he's just young and it's his first few games. We need heart on their sleeve type players. I agree. Mancini is a dime a dozen type player. In my opinion, I disagree with that. He's young, man. Give him some time. Roy says, aside from retaliating, is there any chance that equipment manufacturers can devise a helmet that can protect players from blindside hits? Not that this will prevent all types of concussions. I think they've been working hard at doing stuff like this. I don't know how you're going to get that. I mean, think about the NFL. They have those helmets, and they're still trying to protect from helmets, and you even hitting the helmet. They don't like that. So I don't know, man. It's going to be years before we're good again. This team is not even close. Like, define good. Contending for the Stanley Cup? Okay. Making the playoffs? I think we got a legit shot this year making the playoffs back-to-back years. How was the Japanese food tonight, Laser? We need more rugged Canadian players to protect our soft players? Sure. Like who? Cousin Vinny. Just like Myers, lefty, he's a big but a family man. That's why we don't see more massive hits by Myers. Like, no. Myers is not a hitter, everyone. He hits sometimes. His strength is he uses his physicality, but he uses his he has a good poke check. He's smart, and he's up now in the rush, so he's doing a lot more. To really have a playoff team, we're going to find out, everyone. How much? I got this at the Canucks team store Saturday when I went to the game, and it was $40. And so, which is awesome because it's a fitted hat, right? It's a fitted hat. So, by the way, I just got a new haircut. What do you guys think? It's fresh? Okay, so so it's only $40. I like going there because a lot of the stuff they sell is exclusive. Can't get it anywhere else. So yeah, that's where I got it from. But to be honest, I felt like this is the first time I've gone to the team store and thought there's a lot of hats, like probably 90% of the hats I wouldn't be interested in. I'm a flat brim guy, first of all. So but most people are rounded hat people. But I look for the flat brim ones. The only way we get in is if Quinn Hughes is 2/3 of our goals from him. Yeah, I don't know, man. We can do it. I know he's Superman. Yeah, Miller's gone. It sucks. The Montreal Canadiens started their rebuild not that long ago, but they are skilled and they have a couple guys who can fight. It's true. The old Canuck refrain next year. Yeah. Todd's son, Tyler, is Todd's nephew. I didn't know that. If he were 25, I think we would have had a good D-man. He's almost 30. Who are we talking about again? I don't know. Yeah, Shannon, I'm with you. Believe in the Canucks, guys. Girls, come on. What do we do with Hogs? He's one of the guys I love but not sold on. Seems to have mad talent, but on what line? Yeah, it's tough. He's playing with Pettersson right now. Pettersson's been playing better, so maybe that helps. The Ottawa Senators are going crazy on a crazy run right now, and they are tough. Absolutely. I think Hughes might be gone. Maybe. I see him sticking around, honestly. $14 million, man. I think you stick around for that. Canucks are going to make the playoffs, Shanna. I love it. So the missive, we only got the cards we can play now. Rev, yeah. I don't see any buzz saws in the Canucks toolbox. I agree. That's why I'm talking about this. Team toughness. If we could redraft since 1980, who would you have on the team? Okay, I would have drafted, and you guys knew this even before. Actually, you didn't know this. I wanted Matthew Tkachuk over Ulevy. The Canucks wanted defenseman. We got on. It's unfortunately it happened. That was so disappointing. Honestly, so disappointing for me. But Ulevy, we didn't actually get to see his potential. He just was riddled with injuries, so we never got to see what the Canucks saw as a prospect. But I saw Ulevy at the Young Stars tournament when he was I saw him in the Young Stars tournament when he was healthy, and I didn't see the it factor. But when I watched, Matthew Tkachuk as a Young Stars, I saw the it factor. I saw the it factor with Johnny Gaudreau, all those things. So I think Matthew Tkachuk's the one that I think we should be kicking ourselves for. Yeah, Drew O'Connor, it seems like that, but again, young, we'll see. We'll see. 2027 Vancouver versus Toronto with the Nucks pulling out a Stanley Cup victory. Stanley Cup, book your championship parades around Stanley Park Drive. Absolutely. That'd be awesome. I hope that happens. As a Canuck fan base, would you allow Grogu to use his powers to win us the cup, or would you consider it tainted? Tainted. Love the dream, cousin Vinny. Our dream was last year until they traded it all away. Good point. Grogu is this guy right here, man. That's Baby Yoda. That's his name is Grogu. So if you watch the Mandalorian series, you'd know that, but not everyone has. Donnie Diamonds, remember when Yannick Hansen immediately dummied Kadri for taking out Steen? That's what we need. Exactly. I keep forgetting Trev has a healthy head of hair because he wears a hat all the time. It's not, I wouldn't say it's healthy, but it's pretty good. It's starting to thin out a bit, everyone. Let's just be honest. But I love wearing hats. I've always have. Since I've been a teenager, I've been wearing hats. I love it. Thank you so much, Shannon. That's nice of you to say. Got to strengthen neck muscles. Have been in judo. Would help from getting those concussions. Okay. Not a hitter. Need a mobile D-man. We already have those guys. Listen. Quinn Hughes is a mobile D-man. I would say even Hronik's a mobile D-man. I'd say Marcus Pettersson's a mobile D-man. We need hitters. $40, that looks like a $120 hat. That's a massive. It's just what it costs, man. It's just regular price. Oh, the shiny suit is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. What's my prediction for tomorrow night's game against the Jets? Think Demko returns on the East Coast trip? Maybe. I'm not optimistic about tomorrow. I think the Winnipeg Jets are going to beat us down. They've destroyed us all season long, everyone. Like, I would not be surprised if we lose 6-1, 6-2. Like, that's how good the Jets are, and that's how mediocre we are. That's just my opinion. I hope we win the game. I'm going to cheer our team on, but I do not think we're going to beat the Jets. But I've been wrong before. I said there's lots of games this year. I'm like, Canucks are not going to win. We won. We found a way. So hopefully we can. Oh, man. Ouch. No. Say no to that, Canuck Tony. It's just hockey. I know you're joking. Call me crazy, but I believe we can make it past the second round in the playoffs. You're crazy. Just saying. I believe Utah will take the second wild card spot and push Calgary out of the spot, and St. Louis won't make it either. What? Call me crazy, but I believe we can make it past the second round of the playoffs. No, how can that be? You just said that Utah's going to take the second wild card spot. We're not getting the first wild card spot. There's only a race for the second one. Unless Minnesota just goes on a complete downward spiral. Lefty, absolutely zero team chemistry. Don't make the playoffs unless a miracle happens. They find. I don't think you need a miracle to do it. We're going to do it. St. Louis is the easiest. It doesn't matter what the easy it is, guys. It's about winning the games. You got to earn it. Teams that have the easiest won't necessarily earn it. Teams that earn it find a way. They find a way. So even Connor Garland and Dakota Joshua look like they have had a divorce, so to speak, compared to last year. Maybe. What if the Canucks pound the Jets? I mean, that's something. That's something. I shouldn't say no chemistry. I do see good chemistry the last two games between Hughes and Hronik. Thank you so much, cousin Vinny. Do you agree? Canucks should? Yeah, I would love us to go back to the jersey. You know what I mean? The new black skates are awesome too. See, cousin Vinny, this is what I'm talking about. I'm saying 6-1. You're going 10-2. Yes, St. Louis has the easy schedule for sure. Hey, you're going to the game tomorrow? Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Canuck Tony, 4-2 Nucks over the Jets. Come on. That is a bunch of faith. That's awesome. I love it. Hope you're right. Jets are rushing Ponick for our game. Hey, thanks for creating this Canucks community therapy sewing circle for all of us squirrely fans. Rev, you're welcome. You're welcome. Shannon's on the bandwagon, 3-2 overtime with Petey scoring in overtime. I'll take it. Any kind of win or point tomorrow night, I'll be happy. All right, everyone. It's been a good conversation tonight. Talked about team toughness. I think we need in the offseason to figure out somehow to be tough again. We need to add some pieces to make this team tougher and more skilled. We need some more forwards that can play, can score, and can hit. I hope that DeBrusque was going to be a little bit more of that tough and scoring defense or forward, and he didn't end up doing that. So, yeah, all you can say is it's going to take a lot of fixing from what management did last year. I agree. All right. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll be on tomorrow night after the game. Jets, Canucks, potential playoff preview tomorrow night. Jets, Canucks. I'll be here. Hope you will be too. Go Canucks, go. What?